welcome to another video on my channel. In today's video we're going to look at something a little bit different. It's not going to be a setup video, although I will be getting a setup for this car at the Red Bull GP track for yourselves. It's the Porsche Cayman Clubsport GT4 car. Basically this is a video about why I think people need to stop backing out when they make a mistake of a race. I made a stupid error, and this is a very rare stupid error that it's very rare I make stupid errors like this at the start as well. I mean, sometimes I make them further on, I go a little bit wide, but on the first corner I'm normally extra careful. But I'd only just done the setup for the car, I hadn't really tested it online, so I hadn't driven it with the cold tyres yet, and I made a daft error at the start. As you see now, we don't get the best start, we bogged down, we changed into second gear a bit too early, compromised me a bit, so I went defensive at the start, which led me to have a bit of a tight angle into this corner. I clipped that yellow, the bump on that yellow curb, lost back end, spun it round, got hit, got orange damage on the front end and yellow on the side, and also yellow damage on the rear of the car. So basically the car was now going to handle terrible. Downforce was going to the downforce is going to be affected, so we had poor handling, and also your drag is massively reduced, so your car is very slow down the straights, as you'll see during this race. I was losing at least 3-4 miles per hour in straight line speed, and the handling was awful when I was getting on the power. In every circumstance it just wasn't right. Also, because of the lack of speed that I wasn't able to build up the speed, I was struggling to get tyre temperature in my tyres. But I didn't back out, I carried on, and I mean, it's worth watching this video just to see why you need to carry on when you make a mistake. So at this point it was all about just trying to compose yourself, just get back into a rhythm and try not to get angry. I was quite angry with myself for making that daft error, because I didn't get a good lap in qualifying. It was only a 40.5, and I can get this car in these conditions that were here with the cloud, I can get it into 1 minute 38, which I will be bringing out a setup for yourselves, which is taken from a lap from within a race, which is, I think it was lap 9 or something, where I hit a 138.8. So I was able to get into 138, and I didn't get a good qualifying lap, which annoyed me to start with. And then that at the start of the race just added to my annoyance, and I was driving a bit angry for the first few laps, and I was a bit aggressive on this corner up here now, I must admit. But it's hard to judge when people are a bit slow going through corners. See, he was very slow going through that corner, so I tried to back off the corner a bit here now. I braked early to get a better entry, and he ran a bit wide, and I did clip him. But to be fair, I don't think he knew I was there, and he was just going so slow that I literally had no choice but to go through that and try that inside move. Then we were coming, we'd already gained now, I think we were up a couple of places, and we're coming down to this quite a tricky corner, that, because if you clip that curb you lose the back end quite easily. We ran a bit wide there, but we're going to be heading off into the tight right hander up ahead now, where I know I can gain some time over a lot of other cars, because it's more about just getting on the traction as soon as you can. Although we were struggling with traction with the car damaged as it was, and we were struggling with top end speed, which you'll see in a minute. So we basically got close to this guy now up ahead. It was just about trying to get as many places as we can. And one thing you will get in an online public lobby race is a lot of people spinning, a lot of people crashing. So I knew the aim was basically to try and get in the top 6, maybe top 6 or 5, and I'd be really happy. You see another car going off wide there, so that's another place gained. And we can see the speed difference we've got over everyone. Even with the damage we've got a lot of an advantage. We've got a lot more speed than anyone else. We've got another slow moving car up ahead. I just didn't know which way to go, whether to go on the inside or the outside. It's just about trying to find ways past people without obviously taking them out. So we tried to go around the outside and cut back a bit to get a better entry. But as you'll see the difference in speed we had now. Even though we got that better entry there, look at the difference in speed. Our car was struggling with acceleration and top speed, so I thought I'd go on the inside and try and scare him into running wide on this corner, but I didn't want to go diving in, so I braked a bit early, tried to back off on this corner now to give myself more, because I knew I can take the corner faster. So I backed off from the corner, get a better entry from the corner, and then try and even now, watch this, you'll see I get more speed down the straight, but then he's going to come straight back at me because my car is just lacking in speed due to the damage we had, and it can't be set up because you can't adjust the aero on this car. He actually gave me a little hit then, I don't think he knew I was there, knocked me, but we gained another place from a car spinning on that corner. But I think we're up to 11th now, so we've got what, 6 laps to go, and we're in 11th place, not doing too bad, but we've got a lot of cars up ahead, and this is where I made quite a wise choice now. I think everyone would go to the left because I know there's going to be some contact between them. He hits him, I go to wide, cut back on the inside, and I've gained myself a good few positions there. we're now up to I think that was 8th or 7th. 8th was that now, yeah. Going through now, we've got another car behind. We've got a few cars ahead, so we've got a few more laps to try and get ourselves in that top 5. As you can see now, we're just trying to keep it calm while we're driving, not trying to make too many mistakes. But you can see the tyres, we're really struggling to get these temperatures up on these tyres because we just can't. One thing, we can't push it because we're in traffic and they're not really running at a very fast speed, so we can't get the heat in the tyres, which is a little bit annoying, but it's something you have to live with if you make a mistake. I wanted to carry on, I didn't want to quit. If I'd been rammed on that first corner and it was just people like normal public lobby drivers that had took me out and hit me, I probably would have backed out because I get frustrated in that type of situation. We just luckily nearly got took out by another car, but I just basically went for it down that left hand side and got lucky. There was a few moments like that in this race where there was a bit of luck, a bit of skill involved. So we're now up to, I think it's in 7th position now, yeah, 7th position, which shows you why you should stay in a race, because if we're backed out, you know, you'd be going searching for another lobby, but now we're in a decent race, we're in 7th position, and I know I've got the speed. I know I'm faster than even the top guy. I think his laps were only 140.5 or 6, something like that, but we were able to hit 138 with a car that wasn't damaged, and obviously if we were in clear air, but due to that stupid error at the start, it ruined the race. I will upload, I did have a race with some other guys, some of the fastest guys on Assetto Corsa on this game, in this car, and it was really close between all three of us. I was in 2nd position, there was another guy in 1st, but I think the top guy had underfueled his car, and with about 2 laps to go he went to the pits, so I think he didn't fuel his car up properly, which was a bit of a shame because it was a brilliant race. The lap times were identical between all 3 of us. Anyway, back to this race now, and you can see there we've got 2 more cars ahead of us, so the top 5 is looking likely at this point, and a lot of cars made some very serious, like you'll always get it in an online public lobby races, a lot of people making mistakes, especially in a car like this where you're running these, you've got to run the hard tyres, you haven't got the soft tyres that aren't warm, because this track isn't really a track that's going to build your temperatures up. So I mean, we had a little bit of free air. You can see once we got a bit of free air, even with the damage, we've managed to build some temperatures in our tyres there. So we've got some temperatures in. I think we even managed the fastest lap of the race even with this damage. I think we've done it by about 3-4 attempts. Considering we had the damage we did, it wasn't a bad achievement considering the circumstances of what we had with our car. Considering we had orange damage, which normally means you're going to be impacted on your handling. Yellow will give you aerodynamic loss, etc. down the straight. So with orange on top of that, our car was not great. You can see the difference in a minute when, again, I think that was our fastest lap of the race. Yeah, we go over the line with the fastest lap of the race there, which just shows the speed we had with the car in the damage situation. But you can see there, we're going to go down the inside and throw a late brake up the inside, keep it nice and clean, get on the brakes, alright on the apex of the corner, making sure that we get a clean exit. So that's another place gain, nice clean overtake. No dramatic moves in that, it was just a nice solid overtake. And I don't think he actually expected me to do that move, because he seemed a bit shocked as I went past him. But now we're up to 6th place and we've got this yellow car up ahead now. And I think he's ran wide. Look, he's ran straight wide there, panicked him into a mistake, bit of pressure, and he's gone out the way. So we're into 5th place now from last place on the first lap, and we were quite far back when you think about it because we had spun and had to regain. So we're doing okay at this point, and I think we've got a couple of laps left now. So again, we're just trying to build our consistency up, even though it's a hard car to drive, and we've got another car ahead again. So we're looking like we might be able to get 4th place at this point. I was enjoying this like challenge, because normally when I get in a lobby, it's very rare. There's a couple of guys that come up against that are extremely fast and they give me really good races, but it's very rare that you come up against racers that can challenge you, and this is quite enjoyable, going from the back of the field with damage and going through and seeing what we can do. I might actually start doing some videos where I won't actually qualify. What I'll do is I'll just load my setup out, I'll start from last place, and we'll see if we can win the race from last place. It should be quite entertaining to get some good overtaking moves, and then we can make a little montage of overtakes that we do throughout a couple of months of racing. I think it'd be quite a good little feature for the channel. So you can see there, I don't know what had happened then, but there was a lot of smoke coming from the car. I'm guessing he ran his right hand tyres onto the side of the track with the dirt and the grass. But we've got, I think that's 2 cars up ahead now. Yeah, that's 2 cars up ahead, and he's actually given him a little nudge there, you can see. So these two are battling it out, so it looks likely that I'm going to get into at least 4th, maybe 3rd place with these two. And you watch, I think that's a deliberate move. He's swiped him out, and we just missed that car, and then he's going back across the track, and I just got through. That was another bit of luck, but I took the right choice in staying to that left hand side. When it happened, I was like, do I go left, do I go right, is he going to rebound off and flick into my way? But luckily we got away with that, and we're up to 3rd place from last place. I mean, that was not really my skill, that was purely dirty drivers in the lobby. You could see they were back, they'd obviously had some contact, and they were deciding to just take each other out, which lost them both God knows how many places, because they both whacked into the wall. It really annoys me when I see that happening in an online lobby. There's just no point in it. All you're going to do is ruin the race for yourself and ruin the race for someone else. It's just daft. Just race clean and you'll have a more enjoyable experience. So we're now coming up to the last few laps in the race, and we're sitting there in 3rd position from last place. It's pretty much as good as I expected to get, but there was one more guy that obviously got a little bit of panic in his, I don't know what happened, but he made a mistake, and you can see it in a minute. I think it was on this corner now. We come around this turn 1, and the 2nd place has made an error, he's spun off, and he's rejoining the track. I think it's this lap, we'll have a look now. So we come in, yeah, let's Smoke's there, he's made a mistake, we go down the right, and we've got into 2nd place, and I know at that point he ain't going to catch, he's not going to catch us, even with the damage we've got. He's too far behind in that time. Even if he is quite a fast driver, he ain't going to catch that. And anyway, I'd always drive defensive. So we basically got ourselves up from last place into 2nd place in such a short time. We weren't going to catch the top place guy because he had a clean start after my mistake and got away, even though we had probably about a 2nd advantage in terms of race pace over him. A 2nd a lap at least, I'd say, because we were hitting 1:38 in another race with these conditions when the car was not in a condition that it was, obviously, and we weren't battling through the field. But it was an enjoyable race, and I think we made a couple of nice overtaking moves. It wasn't just constantly overtaking, a lot of errors from other guys, but we made some nice moves in that race. I enjoyed the one into turn 2 with a little bit later on the brakes with a car that wasn't really handling well. Really enjoyable race, really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a different video. I'm going to let the video play out now to the end, so you can just see ourselves. We're going to go over the line I think we go over the line in 2nd place, but as you can see, enjoyable race. I should do more types of races like this. I've been trying to get online a lot more, so you guys are going to probably see me online at the moment. I've been concentrating on the Red Bull ring because I really like the track. It's because it's a new track, I've really been enjoying racing it, so you guys are going to probably see me on the Red Bull ring in different classes of cars. I've just been working on a new Corvette setup for the GT2 cars. Not really got it where I want it yet, so you may see me online soon, you may not see me online soon. I don't really know whether I'll be online with that, but you'll see me online in the Ferrari, on the GT3, also the Audi. I've got an Audi setup for you guys coming soon for this track, an Audi GT3 setup that actually got me a 30.1 and should have got me into the 29s with in race condition. I made some stupid errors on the lap that lost me the 29, but the Ferrari we've actually got a couple of times now. We're lapping in 29s pretty much every race we go into in race conditions, and we should have got a 29.5 yesterday, and I made another daft error at the end of the lap and we went over the line on 130.0, but I was just trying to push to see what lap I could get on the last lap, and I made a daft error. We've also got a Lamborghini setup for this track coming. I've got them all sorted and hopefully have them with you soon. At the moment it's just a matter of trying to find time to edit these videos together and get you the setups out. We're going to try and get some more PC setups out, we're going to get some more project car setups out, and hopefully some more Drive Club videos. So anyway, thanks for watching guys, make sure you subscribe for more future videos and make sure you hit that like button. Thanks again guys.